Last year, I only thought about watching the Pan Am Games on television. Now I'm going to get a chance to play in it, and they can watch me. So, but I'll feel real good. When I think the opening ceremonies, you may catch a tear or two here, but at the same time, I'm having fun. It's all about fun.
Every 4 years, the year before the Summer Olympics, the Americas band together to settle differences through sport. It's called the Pan American or Pan Am Games. It's only been held on U.S. soil twice. The third Pan Am Games were in Chicago, but the 10th edition of the Games was right here in Indianapolis. For this week's 70th anniversary wishtory, News 8's Felicia Michelle takes a look back at that time Indy came through for the entire hemisphere.
Buenas noches, Hoosier amigos. This is Pan Am.
Pan Am.
This is Pan Am Security.
After two South American cities backed out in 1984, Indianapolis was named the host of the 10th Pan American Games to be held in 1987, only 3 years away.
The Pan American Games are really the Olympics of the Western world.
Countries across the Americas from Canada to Argentina would be sending athletes to the Circle City, which was still working on itself.
There are pockets of the city that look like ghost town.
It was a war zone. All of these vacant buildings were in disrepair. The city was pretty embarrassing, and it was Bill Hudnut, that Bill Hudnut administration.
I'd like to think of these things as opportunities rather than crises.
This opportunity was Hudnut's chance to show off his plan for Indy to become the amateur sports capital of the world. Sporting events would be held around the city, from gymnastics at the Hoosier Dome to volleyball at Hinkle Fieldhouse to baseball at Busch Stadium. And the opening ceremony, of course, it would be at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. But where the athletes would live while in Indy, that was a whole project by itself.
As they were explaining how, it just sounded crazy town.
Yet, this is a village beginning to show signs of life.
All the people were going to be housed out at Fort Ben, I believe, and they were going to run buses back and forth.
Yeah, without Fort Harrison, we would have really had trouble pulling this off.
Here they will find tented stages for entertainment. Bands will be playing constantly. There are food and shopping tents here, offering everything from pizzas to ladies' fashions. There's a drugstore, a post office, a bank.
This is the downtown area of the village. We really have everything that an athlete needs to live here and never leave.
Come from that flagpole.
That look is what he calls Aztec high-tech.
Right at the buzzer, Indy pulled it off. On August 7th, the Pan Am Games kicked off in the most spectacular way. You can get this many countries into one playground, but then they all have to play nice.
I remember there was some controversy around the Cubans.
After a specially arranged nonstop flight from Havana to Indianapolis, the 150-member Cuban delegation touched down just after noon today.
This was the first time Cuban athletes would be able to compete in the United States since the 1950s, thanks to the Cold War.
The Cuban athletes say they only want to concentrate on the sporting events at hand. They don't want politics to spoil their dreams of athletic success.
We came here to compete, to do our best to win.
We really don't want to be used as a political tool.
After the Cubans come from behind to beat Puerto Rico 6-5, more words are exchanged during the congratulatory handshakes. This time, the police step in. And simultaneously in the stands, round 3, a Cuban exile calls a Cuban fan a communist. And the night's only real punch is thrown. The recipient, the exile from Miami, who says he is not a member of any anti-Castro group.
The Cuban athletes say they were provoked into the fight by the Cuban Americans.
This wasn't just a casual hitting, this was a beating.
But the games must go on, and boy, were they memorable.
Brazil wins the gold.
I remember specifically going to Busch Stadium to watch the USA baseball team. Jim Abbott, he was the pitcher who had one hand, and he played and pitched a winning game. I got to see him up close and personal at the Pan Am Games.
Many little boys dream of careers in the major league, and 7-year-old David Titt is no different. Abbott, a pitcher for USA's baseball team, is a hero in David's eyes because they share the same birth defect. The dream of meeting this hero came true when the U.S. team played Cuba.
Gave him the baseball. Did.
Y les quiero decir.
And I want to tell you.
Que jamás
he vivido unos juegos tan maravillosos como estos.
That never in my life have I lived such wonderful games as these games have been.
All the hurdles were cleared, all the medals were awarded, and the Pan Am Games were universally considered a success.
All of a sudden, the city's aims of being this sort of sports mecca went from the theoretical to the, well, yeah, obviously this is going to happen.
When the anthems are through playing, when the athletes have left our city, when the flame has been extinguished, this will be left standing, the Pan Am Plaza, as a monument to the Games, a permanent monument.
Well, about that.
The United States won 160 gold medals, and the Pan Am Plaza remained the most visible reminder of those games that summer in 1987. Well, last year, the ice rink was demolished to build a 38-story hotel and ballroom for the Indianapolis Convention Center. That additional space is now needed due to the growth in tourism Indy's seen since Mayor Hudnut put his plan in motion. If you'd like to see more from our 70th anniversary Wistery series, we have all those posted for you. Just scan that QR code on your screen. That will take you to our website, wishtv.com.